Hello, Kaylin Goodrich here, and in this video I'm going to share with you the exact system that I'm able to use to help my mortgage broker clients to grow their business. Not just fill their funnel, but also to be able to filter it for quality leads and to be able to manage them effectively in a time-efficient manner, to manage their pipeline, their contacts, their communications, everything. So I recommend you watch to the end. I think you'll like what you see. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you exactly how it works. It all starts with a Facebook ad, just like this. And the nice thing is that there are some tens of thousands of dollars that have been spent testing this ad, refining the ad copy and the image layout and the settings and all the things that need to take place for an effective ad to be working for you. So you don't have to spend the time and money doing that yourself. This is an example of an ad we have speaking to home buyers. We also, just so you're aware, can pull together an ad for refi if that's a market that you want to pursue. But this one speaks to promoting low rates and down payment options, encouraging them to qualify through a pre-approval quiz here. When they click on that link, they're brought to a landing page like this. Of course, there's a bit of information about the overall process, but the real core is right here in the quiz. Now, this would also be branded to you, by the way. This is just an example. And what we'll do is we'll set up a series of questions. There are 15 questions. And I will say that all of the questions are required, so you receive no partially completed forms. That does a couple things. First of all, it's a screening mechanism in and of itself for the seriousness of the person that is looking to borrow and buy a home. And secondly, it gives you good information as to who you're speaking with. So I'll step through this quickly so you can see what the questions are. What type of home are you looking for? We'll say single family home. Is this your first property purchase? No. How soon? Let's say buying in 2 to 6 months. This will be for a primary residence with a purchase price of, let's say, 800 to a million. Percent of down payment would be, let's say, 5%. And total annual household income, let's say more than $90,000. Can you show proof of income? Yes. Do you have a co-applicant? Yes. What's your estimated credit score? Let's say 700 to 749. Have you filed bankruptcy in the last 3 years? No. And are you currently working with a real estate agent? This is a great question because when they say no, you can ask them if they'd like an introduction. You can then further a quality referral relationship you have with a realtor, and that can generate additional business for you. So let's say no. Perfect. Now let's say, just for grins, my name is Duke Ellington, and my phone number we'll say is 415-333-6666. And we'll just use this email address there because we'll be able to monitor that. All right, then the person will get a message like this. We'll reach out within 24 hours. It'll also give them the opportunity to call you right away. Your number will go here. If they're on their mobile, they can click and be connected to you right away. And secondly, if they prefer to text, they can click here to text again from their mobile. Now, I will say that in this questionnaire, we're gathering some valuable information, and I can send it all to you so you can see everything. That said, there will be a good number of people that are not the best candidates. So I can also set up a filtering mechanism so that if you only want to see those that, let's say, have a credit score of 600 or higher, or let's say they have an income of 40,000 or higher, they're prepared to have a down payment of at least 5%. I can filter all those people, and you only see those that meet those qualification criteria. And what we'll do with the rest is we can connect them with your email marketing system. Like if you have MailChimp or Constant Contact, we can feed all those into your back-end system so that, let's say when you do a monthly newsletter, you can keep in touch with these people so that as they become more ready, they are always thinking about you and they'll come in and write their loan with you. And when they do, they'll be able to receive a more of a customized thank you page with respect to, let's say they don't have a 5% down payment, saying, great, love to have you come back. In the meantime, we'll keep you updated. All right. Now, what happens next is that you're able to access, this is your pipeline in the system that we can make available. And you can see that Duke Ellington just came in right there. Let me give you an overview of how this works. You have stages. They come in obviously with lead in. When they reply, they're automatically moved over to lead replied. Keep in touch. This is for the email marketing campaign people, active potential, application taken, loan closed. All right, these three you certainly understand. With respect to lead in, you don't have to talk to these people because I'm going to set up an automated follow-up system, which I'll show you in just a second. You'll also see that once they reply, they will come into lead replied, and that's where you do want to communicate with them and get more detail. I'll show you that. And then keep in touch is again for your email marketing system. You also notice different values at each of these stages, and they will add up to your overall value, which you can always find on your dashboard of the overall pipeline. You can watch that grow and see where the value is in there. All right. So let's do this. I'm going to show you the campaign. The campaign, this is really the communications that go out to people once they fill out their information. Right off the bat, they're going to receive a note like this from you, a text and an email saying, just received your mortgage inquiry. Thanks. Had a couple quick questions. Would it be okay to call you when I get a minute? And at this point, if they say yes, I can set up the system so that you'll receive a notification that they came in, that here's their information. I'm going to call you in 2 minutes, and then the system will call you and then say, press any key to be connected with Duke Ellington. And you press the key, and then the system will call, and you're now speaking with the lead right there with the information that's available. Also, this goes out by email in case they're monitoring email. But beyond that, this campaign continues if they don't reply for, about a week, maybe a little bit more, with a text and an email here and there to establish this connection. What I will also say is that if they don't reply to these offers to connect by phone, I can shift gears. If you have an online calendar, like a Google Calendar, we can have these messages invite them and say, hey, would it be easier if we just schedule a time? If they say yes, then we can send them a link to your online calendar. So they can then book an appointment and you get notified on that. They get confirmations, and then they also get notifications and reminders leading up to that time, so they actually show up to that appointment when you give them a call. This is all before you have ever even spoken with anybody. So you have potentially filtered leads that are connecting with you by phone, getting on your calendar, and then being reminded of those appointments as you approach those times. All right, let's go back, and let's say we're Duke Ellington. This is my email. Let me do a refresh, see if this came in. So there it is, the pre-approval. There's a note that goes to Duke. It comes from you. Let's just say your name is Joe Mortgage, which obviously it isn't. Here's the message. And then what I'm going to do is let's reply to this message, and we'll say, sure, sounds good. That'll be fine if you gave me a call. And I'm going to send this off. All right, let's go back to your pipeline here, and I'm going to show you where you can see all the information. Say about Duke Ellington. I'm going to do a quick refresh in case that has come in and the reply is there, and we'll be able to see all the details about Duke. What I'm also going to do is take a quick look at this. All right. Oh, I should also mention that all this information is available on an app. So I'll be able to get you an app to put on your phone. You can see your entire pipeline. You can see all the values of the people here, all the communications. You'll see now actually that Duke Ellington just moved over to the lead reply, and here's his information. So I think that was doing a quick restart. Okay. Here we go. And just click on this here to see the communications, and it opens up everything for you right here. First of all, the essentials, the name, email, the phone number. If you click additional info here, it has the answers to all the questions that we just entered as Duke Ellington. Here also is all the communications. Here's a text. That's the text that went out to him. Here's the email that went out, and here's his reply. And within this context here, you're able to type a text. If you're like me and your fingers are fat and it's a whole lot easier to type than it is to use your thumbs on your phone, you can send text messages right from this system, or you can send an email right from the system, whichever is more convenient for you. Then when you speak with the person, you can add a note. You can say, great, good conversation, whatever the note may be. save that, and then you can go back to the pipeline and say, now that we've spoken with Duke Ellington, we can move Duke over to active potential. Let's say Duke is actively looking, and that will then update all the pipeline values. All right, let's see if there's anything I forgot. What I will mention is that we can also set it up so that we can check back in after 30 days or after 90 days if you haven't already connected with them or they have not connected with you, so that they may be more ready at that time, and that's all fully automated. And then from there, I'll finally mention a couple things. Here's, for example, if we have a separate campaign for refi, we can have all the contacts that are available here, but we'll go back to homeowner or home buyer. And the other thing, and the last thing I'll mention, is that we're able to set this up. If you have, let's say, a partner and you want to share these leads, or a couple people, then what we can do is set it up such that we do a round robin. So one goes to you, one goes to your partner, let's say Jill Finance. So Jill can see her contacts right here, whereas you see your contacts right here, and that's all kept in place for you. All right, so as you can see, this is a fully integrated system. It's not just generating the leads, it's providing you a platform to be able to communicate with them, to manage your time properly, to have automated follow-up, to have check-ins down the road. The whole objective is to help you close more loans in less time, and that's really why I put this together. And if this is of interest to you, or if you have questions, you have concerns, complaints, whatever it may be, I'd love to be able to chat with you in person. Hope this was helpful. I'll close it out here and wish you a great day.